Hello everyone, Legendary V19 here, once again with you, and today we're gonna have a gameplay on Cleveland and trying to see if that boat can still dominate these days after so many new cruisers came out with better guns, better reload. All of them, at least most of them I think, they have torpedoes, but as I think most American cruisers, that one doesn't have torpedoes, but it has a really good reload and you can farm the damage pretty easy once you have a very good island position, or you're gonna go 1v1 with another cruiser, which will show on this specific game as well. Here is all the modules and everything I'm using. It's almost the same I'm using for most of my cruisers. Depends on the playstyle, because on this one we don't have a kiting build, because we don't gonna kite on this game, and most of the games on this specific type of play we don't wanna kite. We're gonna have a good island position and let our team spot for us, and we're gonna do as much damage as we can and focusing on the right target. The reload is fantastic, 5.5 seconds, it's okay. AA, you cannot say it's the best, but for every American cruiser the AA is always on the top. Maneuverability, not the fastest, not the slowest, but it's okay. And rudder shift time as well, not the best, but it's okay. Concealment 10.8 with the commander we have. We're not focusing too much on concealment, it's what we focus in range and incoming damage. Well, the armor, as you can see here, is not something you can tank every boat out there, except some or most of the cruisers that you're gonna face 1v1. Unless you give broadside, you get deleted. Even though it's not the easiest ship to kill, exactly because of that armor. Once you stay flat broadside to most battleship, if they don't know how to aim, it happens to me as well, you're gonna overpen most of the time. Here is a commander what you're using on this boat. Again, more range, but you can go with fire chance, depends. Fire chance, because why not? And that commander has to offer the incoming dispersion from the enemy team, but it's increasing the damage, so when they hit you with one shell they're gonna do more than usual. And more range and dispersion, which you don't really need, but it's okay. If we can use it fully packed. We can go either way if we want to make a better reload, but I like to have that extra sonar and extra radar just in case. And here's our commanders, more incoming damage dispersion, and it's gonna help us for most of our games with any cruiser we are using. Here is me and my division mates, one of the best teammates that you can find out there, or at least the ones I believe they are. And always having good teammates on your division is gonna help you win more games. And we have a Sleeping Giants, a map that most people, once again, I know they play wrong, and I have game that the people just either gonna push too hard or stay back too much and wait for the enemy to win. What we wanna see here, first I was looking at the patch that guy has with the sword and fire, which if you know where I can find it or if it's still available to find, let me know in the comments. If not, I hope you enjoy the gameplay. Now here, what I like to see and do every time is when the team is going on the side that they spawn, and if we spawn on A, we're gonna go on A and protect. Either we have something there or we don't have, we're still gonna go. What we're looking here, it's a plan. What's the plan we wanna make? It's we have one DD, which is our teammate, And what we are thinking is him going to A, but from the B cap, so he can give us spotting on where is most of the enemy ships and give to the rest of the team a position on the enemy ships, because they also have one DD, which is fantastic. Now that DD is not gonna be here on our side. We are ready for that. Either he is or he's not. He's gonna be on Charlie. Our team is gonna try to take care of him, but they're gonna fail, and it's gonna be until the end. Of course, you know, Cleveland guns, they can go so high up that those islands are nothing for us, so as long we move, we're just gonna fire and do some damage before we get in the cap. Now, those fires are gonna be something that is gonna give us more damage. For some reason, the enemy ship didn't want to put them out, which sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. Especially if it's one fire, I would tell you never put out one fire, because most of the fire damage you can heal up anyway, so you don't want to end up in double fire and then not be able to put them out. For now you can see this side here is clear. Our teammate is almost taking the A cap. Our teammates are trying to take the Charlie, they spot the DD. They're gonna fail to kill it, but he's gonna run away and he's gonna leave the cap for our team. We have a clear side, so what we do now, we just take an island position in the A cap, which is a very strong position to have, and the quickest you go there, the quickest you're gonna help the team. Because what you can do when you're in A, you can lab on so many islands. Look at him. So we have an island here, you can cover here, you have an island on your right, and everywhere. Now we're gonna get spotted, because that island on the right, there is a small gap that you can get spotted, and you can spot anything that's coming through that little gap. But for now we're gonna farming some damage on the Massachusetts. Here, as you can see, you have a lot of chance to fire, and our Nagato is pushing our teammates, so we're gonna try and help him. The enemy Nagato, or what is that, an Amagi, he did a smart move. He realized that we are here and he was backing up to see if he can spot us again, but the moment I realized that, I'm just pushing forward because I don't want to get deleted by the Nagato. I have no idea who hit him like that. It's either my teammate or the enemy team, but yeah, he didn't enjoy that too much. But he pushed, he tried to kill our teammate, and he failed. When you push so hard early in the game, there's still 11 minutes to go, it's not gonna go your way. And here what I like to do is be patient and see what the enemy has to offer. Mogami, he was about to go forward. We are preparing the AP, but I think he knew that we are still over here and we still had a battleship, so he decided to stop. If I was him, I think I would do the same, even though it took him way too long. He was spotting us, because that smoke was not enough to keep us from him spotting us. And we're gonna still manage to get a few more city tells on him. There you go. And that's gonna help us for later on to kill him faster. Massachusetts managed to push forward and get my teammates outside of Charlie. The destroyer is still over there trying to help him, but he's gonna get hit by the rest of the team. And Massachusetts is gone down. But, you know, he managed to kill our cruiser because he was not able to hide behind an island. Sorry for my yawning. It's still morning over here as I record this one, but it was such a good game that it was impossible not to share it. So, more about me. I just like to play this game a lot. I played it for almost, I think it's 3 years. I cannot say that I downloaded the game when it first came out, I probably did that because it was the day I got the PlayStation for me, and it was one of the first game I downloaded, but didn't have too much time to focus on it. I just like the fact that it was a free game. Here we're trying to see forward and backwards to not get trapped by Mogami and a battleship behind us, because map awareness is what you want to have. And there you go, just to make sure with the radar what exactly we have around us. And we finally spot the other cruiser that was not spotted until now, but we're gonna deal with him later. And now, once again, we'll be patient and see what's gonna happen. Once Mogami is gonna start pushing, we're gonna start pushing as well, because what we wanna do, well, Bravo Cap, it's clear, so we would like to get that one as well, to make sure we get the win, if not on ship kills, on points, just in case our team trying to throw the game away, which is something they really like to do a lot of times. What we do here, pushing, but then the way I see Mogami, I know that the angle that he sits, he's most likely sharing torpedoes with us, but we don't want them, so we just dodging, and that was an easy dodge, nothing to be afraid of. So as I'm saying, I'm playing this game almost 3 years, like most players that I think are above average and like to play this game and focus on having good teammates, and in that way you can also have fun sometime, but you can also suffer sometime and your team suffers also. But you know, the good thing to do over here is not play with too many people, because that's a mistake everyone does, which is make big parties, gather people around you and play with all of them, and then you can almost never have good teammates, because in order to do that you have to play with only a specific number of people, because then you can realize, okay, that's his playstyle, that's my playstyle, and you can see if you can match up together. And that's how you have good games, when you know, okay, if I can die, my team can take the win for me. And now, if my teammates can die, they also know that I can make sure we also get the win. And that's like the way I like to play. I know my commentating is kind of bad, but I'm still trying to figure out how I can do it and still be entertaining and have fun as well. Back to the game. We saw that we are staying spotted even though everyone is behind an island, so I figured at that point the destroyer was trying to come on Bravo, because he was running away from Charlie. So I was not able to protect the battleship behind me. I put the sonar for me to make sure I don't get torp, but I think he was the one that spotted most of the torps. And what we do here, we are just waiting. We know we can farm these guys as long as our teammates stay spotted with them and not die. Even though our destroyer is gonna go down, he did his best to protect him and hold him on wheel to rebuild, but not many people can stand on Massachusetts secondaries, and that's gonna pay. Here you go, he's going down, and as long as they spot it, we're just gonna keep farming and put those fires and not allowing them to take the cap. Here we get spotted and we realize, okay, the destroyer just left the smoke that he was initially put for his teammates or for himself, I'm not exactly sure. And we're trying to see if we can lob more, but we cannot. And what we can do, if you cannot kill him and you see the ram opportunity, just do it. I mean, both of them, they are very low, and that's gonna help me now spot the destroyer. Here I was trying to say to the team, okay, we have the same amount of ships, we have the cap control, nobody needs to do nothing. We can just either run away or fight from a distance that we can run away. Now you can see the witherer, because the guy in the cap is still burning. And when I was initially putting the radar, I knew that Sumners was coming for the cap, and I was checking the cap distance from my radar and me. Thank God he was low enough so we can take care of him as well. And we managed to have 134,000 damage. That's a nice score. Not the best we can make, but it's the best we can do for our teammates. Now Amagi did one mistake, which is what most people do. It's what we say in the beginning, never put one fire out. But I guess he was so low that he had to do it, so he put the fire out. And what can happen next? It's either we're gonna get fire on him again, or he's gonna get fire from our teammates and die with that. But we managed not to allow him take the alpha cap. Here we're gonna go 1v1, we have enough health, and I was very confident that I can beat the other cruiser. If we go 1v1, because he has torpedoes, and what most people with torpedoes do, they give you broadside so they can try and torp you. Even though they are very slow torpedoes, I don't know why the Zara, there you go, the Zara was the ship we are fighting. He was trying, he was full health, so if I was him, I would just try to use my guns more and do as much as I can. Even though I know I'm gonna lose, I would not give broadside. So I was using AP, just anticipating him turning, but it took him longer than I was expecting. And with our AG one last time, and now I was pretty sure that would be the moment. And there we go. That's what the Cleveland AP can do if you allow him to do it once again. And what we do here, we just stop straight away. We don't want to get torp, we want to survive and have a good gameplay to share with you all. And that was it. That was one of the fun games that you can have in a Cleveland if you don't hide behind the island the entire of the game. You can still cap and make sure you take the win and fight the last remaining ships. Well, the game is over. We're not gonna manage to find the last person. And thank you very much for watching. We're trying to get as many views we can, but my channel is still small, but I will do it for myself and share it for myself. Like and subscribe if you want to support me. And thank you very much once again. What we have a score, 3500. That's a very good game and very good one to share with you all. Thank you once again and see you next time.